because we're starting Lent, do you have any like thoughts on like that entering that season? How might we engage it? A time of deepening awareness rather than just like external discipline. Like,
no, that's very good. That's very good. This is one way I would put it. How in Lent could I ask God to help me to recognize and let go of the attitudes and assumptions within myself which hinder me from experiencing that God's infinitely in love with me in my brokenness. That's the good news of Jesus Christ. See? What is it about me that I give authority to? See? Something I can't get past or can't get over, I haven't done. What is that I give substance to? They say in AA, in the beginning of AA, we have come to admit that our lives have become unmanageable, that we're powerless over alcohol. So it's in the act of admitting this way that opens the door to the transformation of your higher power coming into your heart. And so how could I ask God to help me this way? To recognize these obstacles that God already sees right through them and is in love with me in the midst of the obstacles. See, how could I learn to understand this love? And another way that I would put it in Lent, too, is the people that I live with, husband, spouse, children, grandparent, dear friend, lover, whatever relationship. How could I learn to see in these relationships that I'm in, how this love kind of shines through the sincerity of our love for each other? And how am I to understand what the obstacles are that hinder us from doing that? And how am I to be realistic about those obstacles? Because maybe I shouldn't say anything actually, but I can recognize them. So I would say Lent then would be a prayerful, quiet time to sit in the presence of God, asking God to help us with this. And also, if you were so inclined, the readings for Lent and the scriptures, and use it as your morning rendezvous time, especially leading up to Holy Week.
Those can tune your like awareness receptacles.
Exactly, actually. Yeah. See, to tune the awareness, and then for the grace to live in fidelity to the awareness.
Say that again?
Yes, we want to fine-tune the awareness, and then the grace to live in fidelity to the awareness. Or to fine-tune the awareness and ask God for the grace to appreciate and understand the ways we're not able to be faithful to the awareness. Because you're just a human being.
Plus, we're always worried about outcomes.
Yeah, exactly.
And just focus on the focusing of the thing instead of what's the thing to
That's
come
it.
if you don't do the thing.
Yeah. Am I holy enough yet? Am I holy enough? And you hope you get holy before the buzzer goes off. It's enough to make God sit on the ground somewhere and weep.
Fear and outcomes hinder us from.
And we all do it. We're all stuck in it. But that's what grace is. See, grace is the gentle light that sheds a light on the stuck place. And knowing that God's already in love with us in the midst of the stuck place. And how can I walk this walk where it can be ever more handed over the alchemy and dissolved into this love that's taking us to itself this way.